I thought I had seen some really bad mother meetups on Love is Blind, but Love is Blind France is the worst one. And as a Haitian women's during Black Women's Dancing in September, Black Women's Month, me, a whole Haitian women's, feeling bad for a French man, Chris Colleen with your raggedy ass. M'pap jam kite wan repo. Se nan mouda m'a prete, se sou mouda m'a prete.
VBS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my lip, truck look like bricks.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, so you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's Dancing in September, Black Women's Month. It's like the month is almost gone, y'all. We're about to be in October. We're about to be in the final quarter of the year. I hope that y'all are doing well. I hope that you guys are having a good week so far. Let's jump right on in, not out, buddy, to Love is Blind France, baby. We back in the croissant people business. We are back in the croissant people business, and honestly, I'm appalled. Like, what in the sacre bleu is going on? The sacre bleu people, the mais c'est quoi ça people, y'all are insane. The women are trash. Like, I just cannot stress that enough. Love is Blind France has the most trash women I've ever witnessed on a dating show. Like, it's just not even funny. Like, y'all need to be on Love is Blind therapy. Like, they need to put you in the pods with a therapist and match you up with the therapist that's going to give you the help that you truly, truly need. Y'all are out here traumatizing people instead of healing your own trauma. And I really don't like that. And the fact that y'all got me on here defending French men. Y'all got my Haitian ass. Moi, Jessica, oui? Jessica l'amour noir. Feeling bad for French men. Mind you, I'm a whole Haitienne. Je suis Haitienne. I'm a whole Haitian. France owe Haiti too much money for y'all dusty-ass, croissant-ass hoes to make me feel bad for French men during Black Women's Dancing in September, Black Women's Month. Chris Colleen, your raggedy ass, I'm gonna stay on it. Namoudao chaque jour, namoudao. Et puis m'pap sosi. C'est nan fresi ou m'ap rete kon sa, m'ap rentre, m'ap torde fresi ou. So fucking raggedy. You got me out here feeling bad for French men. Me, a whole Haitian women's. Hey, let's just jump right on in, child. Episode 6, we are in the conversation with Cynthia and Jonathan. Cynthia, girl, you in danger. Cynthia, girl, you are in danger. The conversation before, just a reminder of what the conversation was before when she was talking to Jonathan in the last conversation, when she was interrogating him about him having female friends.
You talk about a lot of things, but you're not answering my questions.
I think you're misinterpreting things.
I just need a clear answer about...
No way. I've told you twice
May I
already.
speak?
Of course.
Thank you.
So then fast forward to the end of the episode. They're about to have this conversation. We see Jonathan tell her, listen, I can't do this no more. I cannot do this no more, okay? And we are at that conversation now. So he let her know, listen, you are very nice on camera, but off camera, you are a motherfucking animal.
I can't go on like this. There's been a problem every night for 4 days off camera. You're a very nice girl on camera, but you're not in real life.
And I'm just like, damn, because from what we've seen in the last episode, she was very mean. So you mean to tell me she's worse than that? What in the sacre bleu, m'a comprendre?
Moi pas comprendre.
M'a comprendre. She's worse than that? She then tries to cut him off and say, the conversation's over.
You know what? I'm going to stop this conversation.
Here we go.
Because I won't let you insult me like that.
I'm not insulting you. I'm just bringing something up.
You are.
And you know what? I've noticed a trend with that. Going back to the pods, you were like that. Going back to the heels and flats conversation, you were like that too. And so when he said that you don't let him speak, he was absolutely correct about that. He let her know you are violent.
You scare me, Cynthia.
How can I scare you,
Seriously.
Jonathan?
You get angry all the time. Like, are you aware of how violent you are when you speak?
What violence, Jonathan?
You are very aggressive.
And here's the thing. I'm not here for no black woman being called violent. I'm not here for that. However, I've also said that violence is not just physical. Words are violent, which is why we saw somebody be made into a neck sandwich 2 weeks ago, okay? You gotta be careful with the way you talk to folks. Some of y'all can be very violent with the way you talk to folks, and then you wonder why they blow up at your ass. It is because your speech can be very violent. And you don't have to be screaming. You don't have to like put your hands in the air. You can be very calm and still be very violent in speech. And I think that that's what Cynthia is. Very violent with her speech. And she knows how to do just enough to still be like, oh, but I don't understand. Nah, bitch, you know exactly what the fuck you was doing. So then she said this, and I don't know if you caught it, but she said that he was just looking for somebody to depend on.
I won't stay in a relationship with someone who's codependent. That's what you are, literally. And
Right,
that's what you're doing
right.
here.
She basically called him a brokey. And I suspected that, remember, back in the pod when she said, hey, I'm from the Congo. C'est garçon qui paye caille. C'est garçon qui paye caille. C'est les garçons qui paye les bills. Okay? She said that. And he was like, well, what you think about getting a joint account? Never really answered, you know, the whole breadwinning aspect of it all. It just very much gave, oh, well, we can both bring bread. No. That's not what she was looking for. She's looking for a breadwinner, right? And so along the way, I believe that she found out that he was either a brokey or a man that didn't have any intentions on taking care of her. And that probably set her off even more. She already has a very nasty attitude. And I think that that made it even worse for her because she's probably thinking like, why the fuck did I join this puss-ass experiment only to be conjoined to a brokey? And I feel her on that, but still, brokies still deserve respect. You still got to talk to brokies with respect. You can't just talk to people however you want to talk to them. So then they're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, she's letting him know that he's not taking any accountability for his part. And he was like, girl, you're self-centered. You have not tried to get to know me at all.
You create a
Right. I've
toxic
never
environment
said that.
for
You
both
know
of
what
us,
I
Jonathan.
said. Stop
You're
it.
responsible
Stop
for
it
this.
now. Stop
You
it
did
now.
this.
You're above
And
all.
you
You're a
don't-
princess.
I'm not a
You
princess.
never
And to be honest, when I look at their journey, I have not seen her ask him anything about himself while they've been out of the villa. It's just been her chastising him the entire time. Not saying that she hasn't, and not saying that, listen, editing is editing, right? But still, I just feel like he might not be lying about that. It never really gave that she was interested in getting to know who he was. He then let her know, listen, I never want to see you again. You're the worst person I have ever met. Like, please, like, don't contact me. I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Cynthia.
too. Good luck with your life.
She done. He gets his shit. He gets the fuck on. And she does the same thing.
I'm going home. It's over for me. I don't want to see her again. She's very self-centered. She's by far the worst person I've ever met in my life.
I have to be honest here and say, wow, I am feeling bad for him. And I really hate that for me. Because feeling bad for a man is one thing. Again, as a Haitian women's during Black Women's Dancing in September, Black Women's Month, me, a whole Haitian women's, feeling bad for a French man, Chris Colleen with your raggedy ass, m'pap jam kite wan repo. Se nan mouda ma prete, se sou mouda ma prete. Mind you, did y'all see that Chris Colleen in next season has somebody talking about how they like to eat their boogers?
I eat my boogers. Might be a little too much, but I do eat them.
For the love of all that is holy, why would you go on a show that is on Netflix and say, as a grown-ass man in his 30s, Why would you go on international television and tell the entire world that you eat your boogers? Especially considering the fact you are on a show where you're looking for a wife. What grown-ass woman wants to marry a man who's eating his boogers? Chris Colleen, you raggedy ass bitch. You saw this and you still brought it to our motherfucking screens. You raggedy asshole. Chris Colleen, I will never get off your ass. Ever. 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 Chris Colleen with your raggedy ass, you saw this footage and said, ooh. You know how many things, you know how much footage doesn't make it out of the cutting room floor? Y'all could have deleted this. It was one thing for this dusty ass knitter to say that shit on camera, but for y'all to not edit that shit out. So Chelsea, you out here casting men who eat booger meat. Kwame's wife is out here casting men who eat booger meat. This is why I will never ever get off Chris Colleen raggedy ass. This is an attack at this point. Y'all casting somebody who ate the moment that man said he eat booger meat, everything should have got unplugged. Unplug the microphone. Unplug the microphone. Unplug the camera. Tout bagay unplug. Tout bagay unplug. Déploguer tout bagay. Déploguer. A whole booger meat eater on the next season of Love is Blind. Just very unserious. Just raggedy. Chris Colleen is a raggedy asshole, okay? And I will never let him forget it. But yeah, Cynthia, you're cruel. You're mean. You have, I don't even talk about like attachment styles. I think that you have an anxious attachment style. You're very anxious. You're very controlling. You're a gaslighter. You're manipulative. Yeah, you're just a mean girl. And you're like, Cynthia is so good looking. Like, I went and I found her Instagram and I was like, damn, this girl is so good looking. Like, but she had to turn off all her comments. Don't blame her, because I know they killing your ass. I just don't understand people going to people's comment section. I don't do that. I'm gonna make my video, but I'm not gonna go to your comment section and be like, oh, you bitch. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna call you a bitch here, but I'm not gonna go to your Instagram. I think that's just way too much. But I did want to go see like has she said anything? I did see that there was this TikTok video that somebody made about her losing her parents. So I mean, that video kind of gives conspiracy because we really don't know what happened. But here's the thing, right? As somebody who was traumatized as a child, as somebody who was abused as a child, physically, sexually, I have not gone around doing that to other people. To me, there's just no excuse. I have empathy for what you went through, but I don't have empathy for people who were traumatized as children and use that as permission to go around traumatizing other people, especially if you are 30 and up. You are a grown-ass woman. Go get help. Go get therapy. Instead of getting therapy, instead of healing yourself, you're on this show bruising another person. You know damn well you're not ready for marriage. You're not. You are not ready for marriage. Bae, check the meat. Huh? Okay. Child, not my short rib burning, child. But yeah, Cynthia, I put her in the same boat as Sarah, same boat as Cindy. Honestly, all these women but Chloe and Julie are mean. It's the two Asian girls. Them the two girls I have. When will my reflection show? I only got hope in the when will my reflection show, girlies. I mean, it is what it is. But the rest of you croissant assholes, like, y'all are killing me. Like, your attitudes are disgusting. Disgusting. Wow. So the couples are packing, they're leaving Morocco, and then they start moving in with each other. So we do see Tatiana and Yannick. And they are in their place together. She shows him a picture of her son. And, he's like, yeah, your son looks like you. He even has your nose. And she's like, nah, that's his daddy nose. I thought that was kind of a awkward moment. It's a little awkward. So then Yannick got a text from his friend. So I guess, they're getting their phones after being in the experience, and one of his friends texts him like, hey, what's up, dog? Like, do I get a suit? Do I get a suit? And she's like, what are you going to tell your friend?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
Yes.
You're so mean. But you know what? I don't mind when you're mean. I like it.
I don't know, bro. Tatiana is turning me off. Not you, girl. The way I've been rooting for you, not you, girly. Damn, you're turning me off. Turning me off. Got me feeling like Carrie Hilson. Turning me off. Damn. Tomas and Kim move in with each other. And why did Tomas have to talk to his daughter in a separate room?
How are you, my baby? You're so cute.
I tried purple mascara.
You're wearing mascara?
That wasn't a little weird to y'all? But anyway, we see the lawyer lady FaceTime her cat, and her cat had a diamond necklace on. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Yannick and Tatiana go visit her salon. So apparently she owns, I believe, 2 or 3 salons. I think 2. She also has her own hair care products, which makes sense because her hair is very, very beautiful. She takes him over to the salon, and immediately the girlies was like, oh, yes, girl. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We loving it. They was loving it. They was loving it, child.
Nice to meet you. How's it going? How are
I'm
you?
good.
Great. Hi. We've already. Hi, there's so many of you.
So anyway, I guess he got to see her business side, and he was very happy to see that. And he's like, you know what? Now that I've seen you in business mode, I look forward to seeing you like in everyday mode. So, I look forward to seeing that too as I'm watching the show. Chloe and Alexandre are in their apartment. And she was gushing about the fact that I believe her friends were coming on Friday, and her sister and her mom were coming to visit like either 2 days after that, something like that, right? And Alexandre is like, damn, I haven't called nobody.
Haven't called anybody yet. I need to plan some stuff and make some calls.
This motherfucker's like, you actually calling people to come meet your fiance? Oh, you actually like doing what you supposed to do in this experiment? Yes, sir. This is what the experiment calls for. He's like, I haven't called nobody. Nobody, baby. In his confessional, he then says that he doesn't like the fact that she called folks to come meet him so fast.
I love that she's taking initiative, but now I feel some pressure. Sometimes I just want to slow down a bit.
Are these motherfuckers reading the terms and conditions? Like, are y'all, like, Chris Colleen, with your raggedy ass, are y'all showing these people the terms and conditions or nah? Like, I'm getting annoyed. What is going on? Julie and Charles wake up in the same damn bed, bitch. Hey. You know him, kabana.
He's been so patient, and over time, I've become more in love with him.
You know him, kabana. Same bed. They in the same bed, bitch. They in the same bed. And then she's like crying about how lucky she feels, about how loved she feels. I'm like, damn.
When I look at him, I think about how lucky I am to be with him.
Did he like finally get like them croissant cheeks? 'Cause that's how I cry after like a good old booty beating. That's how I cry afterwards. Do you think Charles was in there beating her booty up? Drop that in the comments and let me know. Kim and Tomas go for a walk. He met up with her, and she has a dog named Stormy. And mind you, like, looking at Stormy and the lawyer lady, like, they are dripped in designer. And
I went and picked up my dog.
He's cute.
Stormy, do you want to say hi?
See, I told you dogs love me.
Stormy.
I don't know, I just kind of found this, I don't know. I feel like, see, I can't relate to dog owners. Like, I've never owned a dog, but I do feel a lot of times like dog owners will make their dogs, like, a lot of their identities will be wrapped around that dog, and the lawyer lady kind of gives me that. So I did find that a little annoying. So we go visit Van Mee at work. Van Mee is a back doctor, okay? Docteur de le dos, okay? Docteur de le dos.
Okay, breathe in and breathe out.
He's a docteur. And he cracked her back, and Sabrina was ready to get her coochie cracked too. Do you think he's cracking her coochie? I don't know, child, but immediately she asked him about female clients. Do you have female clients? Are they cute? Are they pretty? Do you talk to them?
Do you have female patients? Just to know what's going on around here?
Male and female patients.
Yeah?
And
And super fit women
grown-ups and
with nice bodies?
I don't know. Maybe I'm doing relationships wrong. I didn't do all this with my man. I've never done this. Like, I'll ask about your exes, like, hey, like, when was the last time you've been in a relationship? Have you, like, are you still friends? But that's it. Like, I'm not gonna be like asking all these types of questions. What kind of bodies do they have? Do they have nice bodies? Like, it's just weird. And then you have Vammy saying, yeah, like she's possessive.
I wouldn't say she's jealous, but she's kind of possessive. If I keep showing her how sincere I am, she'll feel less and less the need to be possessive.
She's very possessive. And I think she said this in an episode prior, or maybe she's gonna say this later on, but it's just weird. Like, it's weird at this point. She's giving me Cynthia, but worse. I don't know, like, you French hoes, it's you French croissant hoes. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's given like controlling, desperation, coercive behavior. It's just weird. Tatiana and Yannick are in the apartment. Apparently, they had a conversation where they realized that they both had a mutual. One of Tatiana's best friends is Yannick's ex. We gotta talk about that.
My sister-in-law back then introduced me to a girl who's one of Tatiana's best friends. I never have set up dates. Oh, shit.
We have got to talk about this because it's not just one of her girls that she sees from time to time that she, is mutuals with through other friends. This friend of Tatiana's, her son calls this lady auntie.
She's my girl. I have dinner at hers. She has dinner at my place. TT knows her. He calls her Auntie Erica. It's weird, man.
That's how close they are. And the crazy thing is, to me, right? Like, it's so many things about this that are weird to me, and none of it has to do with Yannick. It has everything to do with your friend. Because if your friend was dating this man, mind you, your friend is your son's auntie, why the hell did you never know about Yannick? Y'all don't think that's weird? Like, my close friends, I know who they've dated. So even if I ended up in an experiment like this, immediately I would know the name. I'm like, hold on, do you know that? Oh yeah, you're not for me. Like, I would know something. The fact that all these conversations that y'all had, it never rang a bell. How close are you to this girl for real? Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. But would you still be able to push forward with him? We do see her kind of question that, like, or I heard her say, well, I'd have to get rid of her. And I'm just like, there go that pick Misha again.
I can't have her over. She's my husband's ex. I mean, that would be weird.
I'm not saying she's wrong, but I'm not saying she's right either. The way she's immediately like, well, I'm picking my man. Instead of going to talk to her friend in depth, all the info you need to know about him, your friend actually has. Tatiana is a pick me. It's weird to watch. Very weird to watch. Chloe and Alexandre do something different. I was thinking that her family was about to come over, but actually the other couples were invited over to their house. So all the couples are chilling. They're having a good time. They vibing. And it's a good time. I've never seen this before on a Love is Blind franchise season. Never seen this. Anyway, we see Tomas and the lawyer lady outside just sucking tonsils. I'm like, what happened?
I want to rip your clothes off. Can they hear us?
I think so.
Hold on, Neston. What's going on? What's happening? Because y'all been angry this entire time. How did y'all go from being super angry and him being annoyed with your dog to y'all sucking tonsils? Y'all playing tonsil hockey. They French. You know, the French is horny. I think one thing about the French, they gonna forget everything and just get down to the booty beating immediately, okay? So while they're getting down to the booty beating, the other couples are talking, and I think they join in later on. So I don't know how we get on this conversation. I can't remember how, but you have Vanmi and Sabrina who are talking, right? And I think the couples were asking all the couples to talk about where they're at in their journey. And Vanmi was like, oh, me and Sabrina, we're clicking. Things are going well. And immediately she's like, well, he's not my type. You know, I usually don't do Asian men. He's not my type like that.
Ideally, my type wasn't Asian, but now I find him, well, handsome.
Okay. So then he was asked if she's his type. And he was like, well, honestly, most of my exes were brunettes, but my last ex of 8 years was a blonde. And she's like, I'm not his type.
I never said
I'm
she
just
was my
asking.
He
type.
told me I wasn't his
What
type.
kind of women are you into?
What's my type?
Dark hair, olive skin.
Really?
I'm not his type.
So I'm not your type?
No, not exactly my type.
Girl, what's going on? So then she goes on and said, this motherfucker be calling me cute. He thinks I'm cute, not beautiful. And he started comparing me to his exes.
When he says cute, it might mean beautiful to him.
No.
Come on, Venmi, when you say cute, it means gorgeous, right?
She's gorgeous.
It is the weirdest exchange. I'm just, what in the sacre bleu is going on? You croissant hoes are crazy.
He doesn't compliment me. I tried to get him to say something, and he said, I think you're cute.
Vous êtes folle. Tu es folle. Vous êtes fou. Vous êtes fou. You croissant hoes are crazy. Black women's dancing in September. Black women's mind. Oh my God. I'm scared for these men.
I didn't compare you to anyone else.
You didn't?
I
You
only
showed
said
me your
you were
exes.
You showed me your exes too.
You started it. You showed me your exes first.
She then said he never gives me compliments. Yup, he never compliments me.
I never get compliments.
Never?
Sometimes, but rarely.
When it's occasional, it's never enough.
Then we hear her tell him, why'd you let go of my hand? No, then we hear her telling him, why'd you let go of my hand? Why'd you let go of my hand? Why you calling me cute instead of beautiful? She's hammering this man. Like, it is insane the way they're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So much so that I can't even catch, like, what sparked this all. It's just so weird. I don't know if it's the editing, or I don't know if we need to give this bitch a fucking Xanax. Like, what is happening? And then you doing this in front of people? Mind you, he's Asian. Vanmi is a, when will my reflection show? You cannot behave like that with the when will my reflection show people during Black Women's Dancing in September, Black Women's Month. Uba confessa. So then, like, she is just making a scene. Like, she's making a scene, and she's talking about how you showed me your exes. You showed me your exes. And he's like, no, you asked for me to show you my exes. Who do y'all believe? I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Vanmi gives me very awkward, very shy. He doesn't give me, he's just gonna up and start showing you pictures of his exes. It definitely gives, you were inquiring to see what they look like, and he showed them to you. That's what it gives to me. Then she said this.
When I see how you look at Kim, I don't like it. I see you looking at her, no comment. No comment.
You're the most beautiful.
Yeah, right. That's right.
This is weird. Do y'all remember back at the couples meetup when the couples first met everybody, and Sabrina asked Kim, do you think Vanmi is good looking? Now I'm like, was she doing that to check Kim's temperature? Remember, I thought that was weird. I thought that was very weird that she asked her how her man looked. But now I'm like, oh, you jealous bitch. You thought the lawyer lady could slide right on in and take your man. You not low. You not low at all. So then they're back in their apartment, still arguing. And he's like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, I tell you you're sexy. I tell you that you're good looking. And she's like, you just want to fuck. You just want to fuck me. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what is happening?
But when I tell you you're sexy,
When did you say you're sexy?
Stop it. Sometimes I'm biting my
No,
lip.
you just want to fuck. You want
No.
to fuck. It's not the same. That's not love.
Did you?
Do you not want to hunch? This is just stressing me out, and you could tell like he's genuinely confused. Like, it doesn't give me that he's acting stupid. It really gives me that he is genuine. Like, call him Shelly. Genuinely confused. The next morning they wake up and she apologizes and she says that she regrets her actions, but you know, her actions were her actions. Like, she regrets it, but I don't get that she really felt bad for what she did, and I really want Van Me to run. I want you to run, Simba, and never return. Okay? You are not in Pride Rock. This is hyena's territory. That lady is a hyena. You need to run for your life immediately. Kim and the lawyer lady are about to meet her mom. She hated the t-shirt he had on. She wanted him to cover up his tattoos. Before her mom got there, he did that. I don't know. I just feel like, listen, your man is your man. He can't erase those tattoos. You might as well just let your mama see what the fuck he got going on, okay? I understand Asian culture is very strict, but y'all is in France. Get over it. Anyway, her mom and her sister come over, and immediately, what did her mama do? Start gawking at his motherfucking tattoos. What's going on? What's going on? What is that? What is that? C'est quoi ça? Mais c'est quoi ça?
I see. What does it say?
I have an 8-year-old daughter. It says, I love Charlie.
The mom seemed to like him a lot. Meanwhile, her sister did make a comment about his looks, like, oh, he's not really your type. Oh, he has tattoos. I don't know.
What do you think of his looks?
I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know tattoos were your thing.
I just don't see where this is going. I don't see where this is going. He did have a nice conversation with her mom, and her mom later on did say that she did like him.
I think it's going to work. I hope so, anyway.
Just looking at the lawyer lady and Tomas, they really come from two different worlds. And not that people from two different worlds can't be together, but I feel like she looks down on him a lot. She looks down on him a lot. The only thing she brags about when it comes to him is the fact that he makes a lot of money. That's about it.
Thomas loves money, Mom. He hasn't told you yet. Oh, well, I'm the same.
That's it. Mom, he makes a lot of money. And I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this relationship. There was a moment where she showed her mom the ring that he gave her. And I can't remember whether it was his sister or her mom or her, but somebody made the comment, oh, Stormy has a sparklier necklace than my ring.
I forgot my ring. It's a bit small.
Even Stormy's is more sparkly.
I bought Stormy a full diamond collar.
I know.
It's just, no. Tatiana and Yannick, they are at home. I guess she was at work. She came home from work, and they sit down and have dinner together. And he was like, it's really nice to have dinner with your girlfriend. And I did peep that all of them are calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. I like that. I think that that's something that the other franchises need to adopt. Because, yeah, you're fiancéed, but really you're dating. You're still getting to know this person. So I think calling that person your boyfriend or your girlfriend is actually more appropriate, in my opinion. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. He told her that he looks forward to seeing her as a mother. And I thought her response was just very, off-putting. It's just, I don't know. It's something about her to me. It's like, I can't relate because I'm not a mother, but I just feel like she talks about her son as if it's a burden, but she tries to convince the other person that they feel that her son is a burden. Do I make sense? Because even him, he's like, why are you answering that way? I do look forward to seeing you as a mom in action. And she's like, well, I'm scared because, if things don't work out, you'd be hurting me. You'd be hurting me, but you'd also be hurting my son.
Do you have any fears? What are you afraid of?
Well, if it doesn't work out, I'm not the only one who'll get hurt. There would be pain for my son too,
And I don't know. I just feel like she's putting so much pressure on him to the point where this is not enjoyable. Like when they were at the honeymoon, it was very enjoyable. Then when they got to the real world, it's like immediately it became It's just that's not enjoyable. You have got to be able to enjoy your partner. It's like watching, it's like somebody scratching a wall for me watching these two. It's painful now. And then I'm like, I mean, so what's going on with your friend? Do we get an update on your friend? Like, did you talk to your friend about your niece? What's going on? I didn't forget about that. What about your friend? I ain't forget about that. Chloe and Alexandre get a visit from Chloe's sister and her sister's husband. And, they're talking about the experience. And I think the husband asked Alexandre, what attracted you to Chloe? And he said her smile.
What attracted you to each other?
Her smile.
My smile?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Her smile?
because she's always laughing.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Like, how? Ain't love blind? What's going on? He just really had nothing of essence, nothing of substance to say about her at all. To the point where later on you see Chloe and her sister speak alone in her room, and her sister says this.
The only hiccup is about getting married. I can tell it's not a given.
And mind you, he doesn't say anything much about her, but in his confessionals, he's always like unleashing. And I'm like, are you saying these things to her or are you just saying these things for the camera? Like he tells the camera straight up, I'm not getting married.
I still can't see myself getting married because it's a big deal.
Me get married? Absolutely not. I know that's the premise of the show, but I'm not here for that. So why is you here? Why is you here, ho? Anyway, you see Chloe and her sister talking in her room. Alone in her room, child. And her sister said, yeah, I could tell he is not on the same page as you. And she's like, yeah, I told him I loved him, but he ain't say it back to me. Chloe, girl, this ain't it. I hope you say no at the altar. This ain't, I know you gotta do what you gotta do for the contract, but please don't embarrass me when you get down to the altar. Tell this man no, please. All right, so the couples all meet again, and they call this the engagement party. I like that. I hope that other franchises adopt that too. I think this is really, really cool to call it the engagement party, and it's where they're all going to see like everybody from the pod. The whole pod squad is going to be there. So they're all excited and anxious to see, the people that they did connect with, and so on and so forth. How did y'all feel about the lawyer lady, Kim and Clement? She said off top, she was really excited to see Clement. And remember, like in the pod, I felt like they just had horny energy. Like I just feel like both of them were like extremely horny with each other. And watching them talk to each other at the engagement party, I felt that. Like the horniness was just through the roof. It was through the motherfucking roof. It was very, very, it was kind of off-putting. But anyway, she was talking to him about her and Tomas. She said that her choosing Tomas was irrational.
my final decision was a decision that wasn't rational, but from the heart.
She then told Clement, yeah, we're from two different worlds. She was talking about how Clement is more her type. Like he dresses more her type. He's preppy, like physically. And when it comes to his wardrobe, this is what she goes for, not Tomas. She made that very clear. Then she brings up the fact that she's a sapiosexual.
I'm sapiosexual. I'm always looking for an intellectual
cerebral
connection. Yeah, cerebral.
Strong one.
What? Like, what the? Like, this shit was like just out of line. Out of line to me. Like, she really had no concern for the fact that Tomas was like right across the room. It's just really weird. But it just they wanted to rip each other's clothes off. It was really weird to me.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Sarah comes in with her hunchback of Notre Dame face ass. She comes in, and I love how Chloe immediately went to Julie and was like, hey, I'm close by if you need me.
Hola. I'm close by if you need me.
Okay, all right.
Period. Listen, the when will my reflection show girlies? I like them. I like the when will my reflection show girlies this season. I feel like they're the only ones that I can stomach. The rest of you croissant assholes are just unbearable to me. But anyway, that's the end of this episode. And then now we get into episode 7. So Charles and Sarah have a conversation. And we learn that Charles actually did really DM Sarah. Remember when Sarah was like, and don't DM me after he picked Julie? Don't DM me. We both know you'll want to.
No, so you mean you didn't get my DM?
No, I didn't get it.
What a loser. See, I was rooting for you, Charles. A whole Haitian women's rooting for your puss ass during Black Women's Dancing in September, Black Women's Month. And here you go showing your yellow teeth. Showing your donjon. Just like a Frenchman. Why the fuck did you DM that lady? She was so rude to you. So mean, so nasty, so rude. Like, why'd you DM her? What was the point? So then he tries to explain to Sarah, hey, I chose Julie because she touched my heart. And Sarah was like, you chose Julie because you wanted 2 girls, 1 cup her ass.
There was only one topic.
No, but
I didn't want to talk about.
I mean, in a couple's intimacy in its simplest form.
Yeah,
It doesn't necessarily have to do with sex.
Okay, that's what you did. You wanted 2 girls, 1 cup her ass because you French and you horny. Okay, very nasty behavior. We know that she basically made Julie sound like a whore. Like, it was really disgusting. And honestly, I just didn't really care for this conversation at all. So I'm just going to move on. I think that Sarah is a vile person. I do. I think she's a vile person. Even, fast forwarding to her conversation with Julie, to be honest, like, again, Julie is a better woman than me because I would have had to smack Sarah from top to bottom. Like, from top to bottom.
You made me sound like a piece of trash. Like, yeah, I talk about sex, but I don't want that to be interpreted as me being a tease because that's not true. And I'm not like, yeah, I'd like you to do this to me. Or
Sarah basically dug her heels in what she said about Julie. Julie was like, I didn't appreciate the fact that you made me sound like I was a whore. And she was like, I mean, you were a whore. We all thought you were a whore. And we heard how you were begging for him to choose you. So yeah, like, it just gave whore. Like, this conversation was so insane to me. So insane to me. Like, I like that Julie held her own, but I just feel like Sarah was just so disgusting. And then Sarah was like, I mean, we were all thinking it. We were all thinking that you were the group whore. And like, that's just so mean. Like, even if that's the truth, I just don't feel like that's your place to speak for all of the other women. I just don't. But anyway, we've established that all these women are mean girls anyway. So I believe Sarah when she says that. But also, Sarah was the one kind of dictating people's thoughts. Her and Cindy were dictating people's thoughts. So there's that. She also said that she also told Julie that we all thought you were a fucking bimbo.
well, that's what we were all thinking, honestly. We all thought you were the bimbo of the group, to be blunt. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought.
Like, it's like, this conversation was like, it was just so mean. It was so mean for no reason. And then she's like, but you got your man, so just focus on that. I hate it. I mean, you got your man, so just focus on that type bitch. I hate that. Because we're not talking about that. We're talking about the shit that you did. And you need to own up for that. And I need to smack your ass for thinking that you could talk about me that way. Point blank, period. Like, somebody needs to snatch you up for thinking that you can speak about other women in that way. And mind you were doing that all over what? A proposal over, like, for a stranger, a complete stranger? What are you like in real life? With real niggas, like with real men? Please. Anyway, we see Jonathan comes in and he kind of catches up with everybody. And then all of a sudden, bitch, lo and behold and lo, here comes Cynthia and her titties.
I feel bad for him,
Why?
You're really tough,
I wore this dress
to make him go nuts.
No kidding.
Was it me or this dress was just too much? Like, Cynthia looks good. She's a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman, but it just screamed. I'm here for attention. Like, I'm here I am desperate for attention. Cause it's like, what do you and Jonathan have to talk about? What do you and Jonathan have to talk about? And she even came in there like, yeah, I can't wait for him to see me in this dress. Girl, what? After the way you spoke to that man? The man you basically called a brokey, a codependent? What do we have our titties out for? Put them titties back inside, sister. Put them titties back inside. He can't afford them titties. You talk to him like he can't afford them titties. So what are we doing? What's going on? What's up with this titty mission? What's happening? Put them titties back up, okay? And wrap the titty mission up, please. But anyway, she says that she realized how uncompromising she is and she doesn't want to give up on Jonathan because he's not the type of man you give up on. Girl, what?
I realize now that I was rather uncompromising. I'd like for us to try again because he's not the kind of man you give up.
Cynthia, go sit your dumb ass down, please. Please, 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 go sit your dumb ass down. Now you getting on my nerve. You getting on my nerves, yeah, to the curb, yeah. Go sit down. Go sit down. So then they have a conversation, and then he brings up the way that she treated him, and she's like, well, you didn't give me enough time. You didn't give us enough time.
You didn't give me enough time.
It was 4 days.
Joe, well, yeah, 4 days is nothing.
Yeah, but the problem is that I shut down after that.
I have a lot of regrets because despite everything, I think very highly of you.
How much more time did he need to give you to abuse him, ma'am? Like, are you okay? What's going on? What was next? Girl, like, the way you was talking to that man, the only thing that was next was a smackdown. Okay? Violent speech leads to violent actions. I really want y'all to understand that. Violent speech leads to very violent actions. Y'all were on the road to a very toxic relationship. A very toxic relationship. Don't nobody got time for that. She then said that she regrets, her actions, and sometimes she still wears her ring, and she started smiling and looking him in the eyes and like...
I sometimes even put my ring back on. Stop looking at me like that.
He's like falling for it. Oh, y'all are dumb. Both of y'all are dumb. Both of y'all are dumb. She then starts like smelling his cologne and she's throwing herself at him. I can't. I'm happy that he didn't fall for it. He did say again that she was very much nicer in the pods than she was outside the pods. And he didn't fall for it, thank God. But what do y'all think? I think that Cynthia needs help. I think Cynthia needs a lot of therapy. You don't need to look for a husband. You have a lot of healing to do. Like you're ugly on the inside. You have a very nasty, nasty spirit, a nasty personality. I don't know if you're like that with your friends and family members, but something about being in a relationship brings the nastiness out of you. And that Maddie from the pods called it. He called it. I thought he was doing too much, but he was right about you. He was right about you. You're very controlling. You're very, you operate in a very coercive, controlling manner. You're gaslighting. You're emotionally abusive. You're extremely jealous. Those are things that you have to heal before you start looking for a husband, daughter. Because this ain't it. So one of the girls from the pods, I can't even remember the girl, but she tells one of the other, I think she told Chloe that her friend's friend was dating Tomas shortly before he went into the experience. So then she goes to Tomas and she's like, hey, do you know such and such? And he's like, oh yeah.
Were you together before we started filming?
Together is a bit of a stretch, but we get along very well. We text all the time. When I got my phone back, I called her to see how she was doing because she has a 7-year-old son.
And she's like, yeah, I was told that y'all were dating and y'all are still in communication today. And he's like, dating is kind of a stretch. Like we were getting to know each other, but nothing really went anywhere. We do still communicate. We both have children, but that's about it. Nothing romantic really happened between us. And she doesn't buy it. So then she goes to the lawyer lady. Mind you, the lawyer lady was just all in Clement's face, ready to rip him out his motherfucking blazer. But she's upset learning that Tomas had a life before the experiment.
He's talking to an ex-girlfriend when he's when he's about to get married. Maybe he didn't want to cut things off with her completely in case things don't work out with me.
She then starts saying all this shit like, yo, I've been single for a very, very long time. How dare he just get out of a relationship? Mind you, it was not a relationship. She then starts saying some very vile things like, I got over the fact that this man ain't got no education. I got over the fact that this man can't eat without putting his elbows on the table. I got over the fact that this man be making butter sandwiches when we at the motherfucking dinner table. La faire sandwich à pain. I mean, she's just going ham on him, just belittling him to the girl.
I got over his physical appearance. I got over his different social codes. I got over his somewhat lack of manners. I got over his lack of education.
And Tomas can see from across the room that this is going to hell very, very fast. She even said things like she got over the way he looked. Like, I knew she found him ugly. Like, I knew that. But I just feel like, girl, why are you still here? Especially like a girl of her caliber who's so like high and mighty. Why are you in this experience? Men should be falling all over you. You shouldn't be in this experience. Why are you here? Why are you here? Kim and Tomas have a conversation and he tries to clear things up with her to let her know, hey, me and this girl were not in a relationship. We did see each other a couple times, but it was not that deep.
I don't give a damn. It's in the past. The relationship is not a relationship, so I don't really give a damn.
Apparently, it was just before the experiment.
We were together for 2 weeks.
He's like, we never slept with each other. We never slept at each other's place. Yes, I communicate with her because we both have children. Like we're friends basically, but nothing happened romantically. She's not buying it.
We broke up. We weren't even really together. We never lived together. We never spent 2 days together. She never slept at my place. I never slept at her place. And that's it.
Then he brings up the fact that Kim was already upset at him because he said something that she found very clumsy. So she was already giving him the silent treatment. And so Anais is making things even worse by bringing this up. Now he's going to have to deal with more silent treatment, with more of her meanness because of what she just did. And like he runs off like in tears almost. Again.
Already hard when you freeze, when you don't want to talk to someone. She could go without talking to me for a whole day. I've been sleeping alone for 2 days.
No, but because you snore. I'm sorry, Thomas, but
I
enough
snore.
already.
You can't be as tolerant as you.
He then was like, you know, we should just end this. We should just end this. The only reason why you're still in this with me is because you want to wear a dress. Period. Dragged her. Dragged the fuck out of her. Period.
And that we should call it quits. I'll just go back home.
You say that every time.
You're right. I've been saying it for 3 days. I've made my decision, but you want to keep going so you can wear a dress. Okay.
Fast forward, we go to Yannick and Tatiana, who are, I think they're at her place, but they're sitting down with a notary or an avocat, a lawyer, and they're going over their prenup. So as they're going over the prenup, Tatiana is like, I want you to sign this today. And he's like, well, I actually need more time. I want to be able to look through it. And she doesn't understand why he's asking for more time to just at least look through it.
If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them now.
First, I'll take time to read this.
But we have to sign today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it mandatory?
Well, no, you have the right to not sign it.
He said that he wanted to talk percentages, like just make sure that he was good, she's good. And she's like, she's not understanding like what he's not understanding. The prenup is very simple to her, so she's not understanding why he's fighting her on that. They then start talking about finances, and she's like, yo,
You're the man, the head of the family, and you should be responsible for the household finances. Traditionally speaking, in Africa, when you're a male, you know you'll have to pay.
I'm not doing no equal shares. I'm not paying no bills. You're a man. You're African. You need to pay these bills. I have a certain lifestyle that I want to live, and my husband needs to provide that for me. I want you to be able to provide that for me. I don't want to have to risk not being able to live this lifestyle in case my businesses go under. So if my businesses go under, I still need you as my husband to afford that lifestyle. Like, she was hammering his ass.
But I want to be sure that if ever my businesses go under, that my lifestyle won't change, because I have a husband and he makes sure to keep things afloat.
And you could just see him slowly deflating. And I'm just like, okay, is Yannick broke? They said he was a special effects producer or something like that. Is it me or the jobs this season? I don't know. You know, I'm not familiar with France jobs. So I'm just like, what do these people make at their jobs? Like, I felt like the job titles were very interesting. But do y'all think that Yannick is giving brokey? Or do y'all think that she was doing too much? He never said he didn't want to sign the prenup. He just said he wanted more time. She wanted him to sign the prenup right then and there. So let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, I just feel like this is another instance of her trying to control him. Like, hey, do this right now. Get a prenup. Get a prenup. Get a prenup. I don't play that. But also, yeah, give him some time. At least give him a day or two. Why are you not giving him a chance to have it looked over? I'm not understanding that. The lawyer lady goes home to Tomas. Apparently, he had been trying to talk to her for days, and she gave him the silent treatment. But he did have a man named Roland, who's kind of like a father figure in his life, and Roland really wanted to meet her. So he was able to convince her to come home and meet Roland. And Roland was basically able to speak to Tomas's character, like, hey, this has been his upbringing. You know, he had a very tough upbringing. He does take a lot of things to heart. And Tomas was able to say, hey, like, a lot of the stuff that we're fighting for, in my opinion, I just don't find them to be serious. But again, in her opinion, they are. I'm on his side. But also you have to acknowledge her feelings too. But I just feel like her feelings are stupid. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I think that she's very childish, very immature. She's very condescending. I'm not buying this relationship. I think this relationship is headed straight for hell. Like, I really hope they both say no to each other. Tatiana and Yannick, they were supposed to be at a perfume date, right? So she gets to the perfume spot to make the perfumes. And then she calls him, and he was out with his friends. I'm not really sure whether he didn't understand that what the time frame was, but we do learn that he planned the date, so I'm not understanding why he didn't show up. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you know, his reasoning for showing up was just not it to me.
But I'm already here, and the guy already set everything up, so it's, kind of embarrassing.
Hey, don't worry, it's fine.
Okay.
You know, in life, people are late all the time.
I feel like there was something else there that he just wasn't saying. Okay? He had been saying time and time again that he felt like she's just... But I don't think that she is registering what he says. I think that she's just focused on getting her ring and not really focused on listening to what this man is saying. So there's a breakdown in communication between these two. I think that he just was very frustrated and didn't want to spend time with her. And I would have appreciated if he just would have said that instead of having that lady drive all the way to that perfume spot and wasting her time like that. Like, that's just whack to me. Sabrina and Vanmi meet his family. My goodness, I've never seen so many Asians on Love is Blind.
Hello.
It's really great.
Hello.
Sabrina, Alex.
Mile?
How are you?
Yeah, we're good. Everything's good.
I love this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. I'm loving this. So Sabrina off top is rubbing them the wrong way. I could tell. When she started telling them how possessive she is in relationships.
I've never dated an Asian man before. It wasn't the type of man I was attracted to.
Okay.
If you had to, I don't know, point out one of your flaws, what would it be?
That I'm possessive in relationships.
And she's like, yeah, I'm Mediterranean. It's like, girl, I don't give a fuck if you Persian. I don't care if you Indian. I don't care if you Italian. Like, girl, like, that's not something that you say with your big, like, chest out like that to the family of the man that you're meeting for the first time. I'm sorry. Like, that's not putting your best foot forward. It was really weird. His brothers and his cousins found her to be very attractive, of course, and they were pleased with that. But then his sister took her aside and was talking to her, and I feel like his sister peeped it immediately that she just was not the one.
I mean, you definitely make an impression. Honestly, you seem to have a very strong personality.
Yeah.
Immediately, like within the first couple of minutes, she's asking his sister about his exes.
Did you meet his other girlfriends? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. What exactly do you want to know?
Like, what is this obsession with this man's exes? What is this obsession? And the sister was like, yeah, well, his exes were way more discreet than you.
In terms of personality, was she like me? I mean,
Nothing like you.
really?
She was someone who was much more discreet.
See, one thing about the When Will My Reflection Show, people, they gonna give it to you straight. Bitch, they gonna give it to you straight in French, in English, in Spanish, okay? In Korean, in Chinese, in Mandarin, and whatever the fuck language they speak, they gonna tell it to you straight. Yeah, they're more discreet, unlike you. And then she said, yeah, so she's a psychopath.
She has a big personality, whereas my brother is a lot more quiet. She might suffocate him. She also admitted that she was very possessive. Is she a psychopath?
Period. I really like his sister. That's me. I can spot a psychopath. I can spot a psychopath from a mile away. And she was not wrong. Sabrina is giving very much psychopath. Very much, you gotta sleep with her with one eye open. Unique meets Tatiana's mom.
How are you, Mom?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Mom, you know that when we saw the notary, we didn't sign the contract. So yeah. Why not?
Honestly, let me tell you something. Before we even get into this conversation, let me tell you something. If I was Unique's sister, Tatiana's mom would have to see about me. If I was Unique's sister, Tatiana's mom would have to see about me. Straight up. And in the future, when I have children, when I have a son, if anybody else's mama thinks they can talk to my son like that, be ready to lose your 2 front teeth immediately upon arrival. Because I'm not understanding who the fuck Tatiana's mom was talking to. This was just so fucking weird and disrespectful and belittling. And you could tell that Tatiana prepped her mom for that conversation.
Yannick, I'm asking you the question.
It was just to have a little more time to read and understand it.
But why?
Which made it even worse because the way her mom was talking to that man and Tatiana was just sitting there like,
He doesn't want to sign. He doesn't want to go any further. We understood. That's it. Just call things off. That's all.
But once again, the contract isn't the problem.
It is a problem.
It was just so fucking weird. So weird. So anyway, he goes to meet Tatiana's mom. Immediately, she's fuming because he didn't sign the prenup. Why are you here? Why did you not sign the prenup? And her mom was like, ou pap marié? Pap gen mariage, pap gen mariage. Pap gen mariage jodi ya, pap gen mariage.
When I look at you today, I don't see a future. Even if my daughter wants this, I'll say no. And if I say no, it won't happen.
Li pat vle sign prenup lan, pap fout gen mariage. Nou pap marié. Nou pap fout marié. No prenup, no mariage. No prenup, no mariage. I mean, she was going the fuck in. So Tatiana then brought up, and he never apologized for the perfume date. He never apologized to me about the perfume date. And as he's trying to explain himself, her mom jumps in. Vous avez pris le rendez-vous et tu n'es pas venu? Pap gen mariage jodi ya, nou pap fout marié. Nou pap fout marié. T'as pris le rendez-vous et tu n'es pas venu? Ou pap fout marié. There is no mariage jodi ya, pap gen mariage. I mean, she's chewing this motherfucker up.
His problem is that he's scared. Right away, he panics. You're going to smother me. There's something that's not right.
And she's like, so, you not showing up to this perfume date, that lets me know how you gonna treat her son. Yeah, nah. You can't be with my daughter. You can't be with my daughter. So then, he tries to interrupt and say, hey, I'm trying to explain myself. You're not really allowing me to. You can't talk like that to me. And she's like, I'ma talk to you how I want to talk to you.
I need
No. I will talk to you however I want. No, but
you asked me to explain.
You can explain yourself, but I can tell you you're wrong.
If I want to cuss you out, I'ma do that. If I want to yell at you, I'ma do that. If I want to, I'ma do, the way I'm sorry. Unique, if I was your sister, parce que m'ta besoin connaître à qui moun wap fout parler comme ça. À qui moun ou pense wap parler comme ça. you would have to explain that to me before I make you disappear. Before I snatch your tongue out your mouth. Because who are you talking to? You cannot talk to people like that. I'm sorry. That's not how you talk to someone who is literally trying to get to know your daughter. Yes, what he did was wrong, but yeah, no. That's not, nobody's going to marry your daughter, ma'am. If that's your behavior and your daughter's behavior when she's signaling you to come bite him like a sick dog, nobody's going to marry your daughter. Nobody wants that in their lives. Nobody. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. That's not how you speak to people at all. Then she started telling Yannick how he's not on her level. I think his phone rang and she's like, silence your phone.
You're not up to her level.
But it's not.
Put it on silent.
Yes, I'm.
Like, it just was uncomfortable to watch. It was uncomfortable. I thought I had seen some really bad mother meetups on Love is Blind, but Love is Blind France, this mother meetup is the worst one. The worst one I have ever seen. The worst one I have ever seen. She didn't let him know, listen, I don't give a fuck if my daughter wants a future with you. What I say goes. She not gonna have no future with you. Y'all not getting married. It's over. The end. And then you had her interact. Oh, he wants his freedom. He wants his freedom. He not trying to get married. He wants his freedom.
He has this intense need for freedom, and I understand that. I'm not here to take away people's freedom, but he didn't come to the perfume workshop.
Girl, the way yeah, Tatiana, it's not gonna happen for you, boo. It's not gonna happen for you, boo. If this is your approach, if this is how you've been approaching getting married and trying to find your forever, between your constant crying, between your constant manipulation tactics, between the controlling tactics, and then your mother, your pit bull mother, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And let me tell you something. You're very gorgeous. You're very gorgeous. Somebody would I wouldn't be surprised if she's married right now, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna last. That dynamic is not going to last. And you need therapy. You need therapy. Stop looking for a husband. Go look for a therapist. Immediately. Parce que ça, m'pa comprendre. Anyway, fast forward to the men and the women. They're trying on their wedding clothes, their wedding dresses, and the men are trying on their suits. The dresses ate down. The dresses ate down. The lawyer lady, her dress ate down. I think her dress was my favorite.
Hey, turn around and let me see. From behind, let me see.
Julie looked lovely in her dress. Body tea, everything tea.
Oh yeah, this is lovely.
Chloe's dress was a no for me. I just feel like it just swallowed her up.
Look at her, she's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
I don't like big old dresses like that on short women. I feel like if you're short, you should get something that is more form-fitting so it makes you look taller. So I didn't like it. She looked like she belonged on a wedding cake. Didn't like it. Yannick is trying on his suit and he looked damn good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Honestly, I prefer this one.
This makes me look like James Bond.
He looked very good in his suit, but then you have him having a conversation with his bros and with Teddy, the one of the hosts, who, by the way, y'all told me he's from Guadeloupe. He's from Guadeloupe, and he is, I believe you guys said he's an Olympian or he's an athlete, so shout out to him. But then y'all told me that he's not married, that him and the girl are not married. I thought the host was married, but anyway. Yannick is saying how he just feels controlled. Like if things are not her way, they're just not good, and he just cannot. It's just not a good place for him. And you can see he's just visibly not happy. Like, it's crazy seeing Yannick go from when he first met Tatiana, the way he was beaming to the honeymoon, how like slowly he went from beaming to and And then once they were in the real world, it just was like you literally never see him smile.
But I have a real hard time when you force things on me. I first need to take the time to accept it and see how I'm going to deal with it.
Like, it's just really weird to see that dissension in his storyline. But anyway, now you go into the women's lounge, and I think it's Tatiana's turn to try on her dress, and she's like, yeah, I won't be trying on no dress today.
I just want to tell you that I'm really happy for all of you, but I won't be trying on a dress today.
Good. I don't want to see you in a dress. I don't want to see you in a dress. I don't think that you're wife material at this point. Just making it clear, just being honest, I don't think you're wife material. They show us a preview of her calling him a 35-year-old child. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a lot of context missing. Maybe is Yannick broke? Is he a brokey? Is that what's making her frustrated with him? But also, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But Tatiana, I'm shocked. All these women are trash except for Chloe and Julie. Every last woman this season has been complete trash. You croissant hoes are trash. Like, I hardly have any real complaints for the men, really. Well, let me not say that, because Alexandre, he trash. Jonathan, he wasn't innocent. Thomas, I kind of feel sorry for his ass, but I don't know. Drop in the comments and let me know. I'm actually not rooting for anyone. I don't want to see anybody get married this season. Like, I hope nobody gets married this season. I know the next couple episodes are coming out, and I think the weddings are going to come out. I don't want to see nobody get married. Nobody needs to get married this season. None of y'all are ready for it. The women are atrocious. The men look like battered. They look like battered men. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me. Drop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
VBS, I just turn the water on.